The rescue. The human soldier was bleeding, 3 laser burns on his chest, but he refused to fall. In front of him stood the most beautiful alien princess in the galaxy. Behind him stood 12 assassins ready to kill. This is the story of James Carter, a simple human cargo ship guard, a man nobody thought was special, but today he would change the fate of an entire alien empire. How did a normal human end up protecting alien royalty? Let us go back 6 hours earlier. James Carter sat alone in the ship's cafeteria. He was 28 years old, a former Earth military soldier. Now he worked as a security guard on a cargo ship. Other crew members laughed and talked loudly around him, but James preferred silence. He ate his food slowly and watched the stars through the window. "Hey, James," his friend Mike called out, "why do you always sit alone?" "I like quiet," James replied simply. "You are strange, man, really strange." James said nothing. He had a special skill that nobody knew about. He could sense danger before it happened. He learned this in the military, but he never talked about his past. That night, the ship received an emergency message. A small transport ship was damaged nearby. They needed help. The captain agreed to let them board. 3 passengers came onto the ship, an old alien advisor named Zorath with grey skin and wise eyes, and 2 female aliens in simple clothes. One of them was young and beautiful. She had soft blue skin, golden eyes like stars, and silver-white hair. She acted cold and distant. She looked at humans with curiosity, but also with pride. James watched her carefully. Something about her felt different, important, dangerous. His soldier instinct screamed at him. This woman was not ordinary, but he said nothing. It was not his business. The next few days were quiet. The 3 passengers kept to themselves. They always whispered in their alien language. One night, James found the young alien female in the observation deck. She was looking at stars with sad expression. "You cannot sleep?" James asked. She looked surprised. "You speak to me, human?" "Just asking." "I have many thoughts," she replied quietly. Her golden eyes studied him. "You are different from other humans here." "I am just a guard." "No," she said softly. "You are more. I can see it." She walked away. James was confused but ignored it. Then everything changed. Ship alarms started screaming. An unknown vessel approached fast. It fired at the cargo ship. Explosions rocked everything. 12 armed attackers boarded the ship. They were Vexar race, red skin, 4 arms, deadly fighters. They killed crew members without mercy. "Where is she?" one assassin shouted. "Find the princess!" James's heart stopped. Princess? The young alien female was royalty. He grabbed his weapon and ran. He found her hiding in the cargo bay. Her bodyguard was badly injured. The old advisor was trying to protect them. "Human," Zorath said with fear. "Please help us. She is Princess Lyara of the Aethon Empire. If they kill her, billions will suffer." Princess Lyara looked at him. Her pride was gone. Only fear remained. "Please, I do not want to die." James looked at her, then at the approaching assassins. He had 2 choices: run and save himself, or fight and probably die. He checked his weapon, only 15 shots remaining. "Stay behind me," he said calmly. "You will die, human," Zorath warned. "Maybe, but not today." The battle was brutal. James fought like a demon. He used his military training. He was fast, smart, and deadly. One by one, assassins fell, but they wounded him badly. 3 laser burns on his chest. His vision was blurring. The last 2 assassins were commanders, much stronger. They laughed at him. "You cannot win, human. You are already dead." James smiled through his pain. "Then I will take you with me." He detonated a fuel container. The explosion killed both commanders, but it threw James backward. He crashed against the wall, barely alive. Princess Liara ran to him. Tears fell from her golden eyes. "You saved me, you stupid brave human." "Did I win?" James asked weakly. "Yes, you won." James smiled. Then everything went black. The debt. James opened his eyes slowly. He was not on the cargo ship anymore. He was lying in the most beautiful room he had ever seen. Golden walls, crystal ceiling, silk beds. Where was he? The door opened. Princess Liara walked in, but she looked different now. She wore a royal dress covered in jewels. A golden crown sat on her silver hair. She was not hiding anymore. "Welcome to the Aethon homeworld, James Carter," she said with a soft smile. "You slept for 3 days. My mother wishes to meet you." "Your mother?" "The Empress of the Aethon Empire, the most powerful woman in the galaxy." James felt his stomach turn. What did an empress want with a simple human guard? The throne room was massive. Thousands of aliens stood in silence. Royal guards lined every wall. And sitting on a golden throne was Empress Valora. She looked like an older version of Liara. Same blue skin, but deeper color. Her eyes were not golden, but deep purple. Cold, calculating, dangerous. James walked toward her. He was still weak from his wounds, but he refused to kneel. "You do not bow, human?" the Empress asked. Her voice echoed through the hall. "I bow to no one, Your Majesty. But I will show respect." Whispers filled the room. Nobody had ever spoken to the Empress like this. Guards stepped forward, but the Empress raised her hand. She was smiling. "Brave, honest, foolish. I like you, human." She stood from her throne and walked toward him. Every step felt like thunder. "You saved my daughter's life. In our culture, this creates a debt that must be paid." "I want nothing, Your Majesty. I did what was right." "That is not how it works." Her purple eyes burned into his soul. "You cannot refuse. The debt must be paid, and I have already decided how." She paused. The entire throne room held its breath. "You will marry my daughter." Silence. Complete silence. James felt the world spin around him. What? "You saved her. You bled for her. You nearly died for her. In our eyes, you have proven yourself worthy." "But I am human. She is alien royalty." "Does that matter? You said you would show respect to all life. Were those empty words?" James looked at Princess Liara. She stood silently. Her face showed no emotion, but her hands were shaking. She was not upset. She was nervous, maybe even hopeful. "I cannot marry someone I do not know," James said firmly. "Princess Liara deserves someone who loves her, not someone forced into marriage." Gasps filled the room. Nobles shouted in anger. Some demanded his execution for insulting the royal family. But then Princess Liara spoke. "Mother, he is right." Everyone turned to her. "I do not wish to marry someone forced into it. If this human becomes my husband, I want him to choose me willingly." The Empress studied them both for a long moment. Then she smiled. A dangerous smile. "Very well. I give you 1 month, human. Stay in our palace. Know my daughter. Learn our ways. After 1 month, you decide." "And if I still refuse?" "Then you are free to go." She leaned closer and whispered, "But know this. My daughter has rejected 200 marriage proposals. Princes, warriors, kings. She showed interest in none of them. Until you." She walked back to her throne. 1 month, James Carter. Use it wisely." That night, James stood on the palace balcony. Stars filled the alien sky. His mind was spinning with questions. Why did the Empress really want this marriage? What was Liara hiding behind her cold mask? And why did his heart beat faster every time she looked at him? "Cannot sleep." He turned. Liara stood behind him, without her crown, without her royal dress, just a simple robe. She looked almost human. "Too many thoughts," he replied. She stood beside him. "I did not ask for this. I want you to know that." Then why did you not stop your mother? She was quiet for a moment. Then she whispered something that changed everything. Because when you stood between me and those assassins, bleeding and broken, refusing to fall, I felt something I have never felt before. James looked at her. What? Her golden eyes met his. Hope. The war 3 weeks passed. James learned many things about the Aethon Empire, their culture, their history, their people. But most importantly, he learned about Liara. She was not cold, she was lonely. 150 years of being used by everyone around her. Princes wanted her crown, nobles wanted her power, nobody wanted her heart. Until now. Every night they talked on the balcony. Every day she watched him train with royal guards, and slowly, walls between them broke down. "Why did you really save me?" Liara asked one night. "You did not know I was princess." "Does it matter? You needed help. Most humans would have run." "I am not most humans." She smiled, a real smile. James felt his heart skip, but their peaceful days were about to end. The next morning, alarms echoed through the palace. James rushed to the throne room. The Empress stood with her war council. Her face was pale. "What happened?" James asked. Advisor Zorath answered, "The Dravok Empire has declared war. Their Prince Kravos demands Princess Liara as his bride. If we refuse, they will attack." "Who is Prince Kravos?" Liara's voice came from behind, cold, shaking. "A monster. He has killed 3 wives already. If I marry him, I will be dead within a year." James felt rage burn inside him. "Then we fight." "You do not understand, human," a war commander said. "Dravok fleet is 3 times larger than ours. We cannot win." "There is always a way." The Empress looked at him. "What do you suggest?" James stepped forward. "Let me contact Earth. Humanity has been preparing for galactic war for decades. We have ships, soldiers, weapons. We never had reason to use them. Until now. Why would humans help us? Because I will ask them, and because Earth needs allies too." James sent a message to Earth Military Command. General Morrison, his former commander, appeared on screen. "Carter? We thought you were dead." "Not yet, sir. I need help." He explained everything. The alien princess, the coming war, the monster prince who would burn worlds to get what he wanted. General Morrison was silent for a long moment. Then he smiled. "You married alien royalty and now want us to fight a galactic war?" "Yes, sir." "That is completely insane." He paused. "I love it. Earth will send everything we have." That night James found Liara crying in the garden. He sat beside her. "What is wrong?" "Everything. War is coming because of me. People will die because of me. People will die because of a monster who cannot accept rejection. That is not your fault. James, why are you still here? You could leave, go back to Earth, forget all this." He took her hand. Her blue skin was warm against his. 3 weeks ago I was nothing, a lonely guard on a cargo ship. No family, no purpose, no reason to live. He lifted her chin gently. "Then I met you, and everything changed." "James, I'm not leaving Liara. Whatever comes, I face it with you." Tears fell from her golden eyes. "I do not deserve you. You deserve everything, and I will fight the entire galaxy to prove it." 1 week later, enemy fleet arrived. Dravok warships darkened the sky, thousands of them. Behind them came Vexar ships, the same race that sent assassins to kill Liara. 2 empires united to destroy Aethon. Prince Kravos appeared on every screen in the palace. He was massive, ugly, cruel eyes that promised pain. "Empress Valora, surrender your daughter, or watch your world burn." The Empress stood tall. "My daughter is not property to be traded. Leave now or face consequences." Kravos laughed. "What consequences? Your tiny fleet? We will crush you in hours." Then another voice spoke. James stepped forward. "Maybe you should look behind you." Kravos frowned. Who is this human? The man who killed 12 of your Vexar assassins, the man who will kill you next. Space itself seemed to tear open. Human warships emerged from hyperspace. Hundreds of them. Earth had sent everything. Krevos's smile faded. This changes nothing. We still outnumber you. Numbers are not everything, but you will learn that soon. The battle began. Laser fire filled the darkness of space. Ships exploded like fireworks. Thousands died in seconds. James commanded human forces from the bridge of Earth's flagship. He was no longer a simple guard. He was a warrior, a leader. Alpha Group, hit their left flank. Beta Group, protect Aethon carriers. Human tactics confused the enemy, small ships striking fast, electronic warfare disrupting communications, traps hidden in asteroid fields. Aliens had never seen warfare like this, but then Krevos revealed his secret weapon. A massive battle station emerged from hiding. Size of a moon, one blast could destroy entire planets. Target the Aethon homeworld, Krevos commanded. Kill them all! James watched the weapon charge up. Billions of lives. Liara's life. Everything would end in seconds, unless he stopped it. I need a shuttle, James announced. I am going inside that weapon. His crew stared at him. Sir, that is suicide. Maybe, but I will not watch Liara die. He flew alone toward the massive station. Dodging laser fire, slipping through defenses, he crashed his shuttle into a hangar and fought his way inside, killing guards, planting explosives, moving toward the core. Prince Krevos was waiting for him. I knew you would come, human. Heroes are predictable. And villains talk too much. They fought. Krevos was bigger, stronger, forearms swinging deadly blades. James was faster, smarter, but he was losing. Krevos threw him against the wall. Bones cracked. Any last words, human? James smiled through blood. Look behind you. The explosives beeped. Countdown finished. Boom! The battle station exploded. A second sun lit up the darkness. Enemy fleet lost command. Dravok and Vexar ships retreated in chaos. The war was over. But James... His shuttle was gone, no escape. He floated in the wreckage, barely alive. His suit was torn, oxygen running out, darkness closing in. He thought of Liara, her golden eyes, her warm hand in his. I am sorry, he whispered. I wanted more time with you. Then everything went black. 3 days later, Aethon celebrated victory, but Princess Liara could not celebrate. She sat alone in her room, crying, broken. James was gone. The man who saved her twice, the man she loved, gone. Then her door burst open. Advisor Zorath rushed in. Princess, they found him. What? Rescue team found a human floating in escape pod. He is alive. Liara ran faster than she ever ran before. She burst into medical bay, and there he was, broken, burned, but breathing. His eyes opened slowly. Hey, beautiful, he whispered. Miss me? She kissed him, again and again, tears falling on his face. You idiot, you stupid, brave, wonderful idiot. I had to save you. Never scare me like that again. No promises. 1 month later, the Empress held a great ceremony. James stood before thousands. Liara beside him, holding his hand. James Carter, the Empress announced, you saved my daughter. You saved our empire. You united humans and Aethon against darkness. Today, I grant you the highest honor. You are no longer just a human. You are Crown Prince of the Aethon Empire. And my son. Cheers erupted. James looked at Liara. She was crying happy tears. I love you, she whispered. I love you too, forever. They kissed. 2 different worlds, united by courage, united by love. That night, James and Liara stood on their balcony, the same place where their journey began. Do you regret it? Liara asked. Leaving your old life? My old life was empty. You filled it with meaning. What happens now? James looked at the stars. Somewhere out there was Earth, his old home. But here, with Liara in his arms, he had found something better. Now we live together, whatever comes. She rested her head on his chest. Welcome home, James Carter. He smiled. Yeah, home. I like the sound of that.